Friday. Look, what a week. This whole week has just been so, to my mind, stupid. I've really, I've really not enjoyed the end of this week. Yes, Jen. Okay. Hi, Sister Sue. Let's now, finally, here we go. Hello, Michael. Hello, Jen. Hello, Amy. Hello, Dana. Hello, Rachel. Cindy. Hi. Cindy, Todd, Richard, Laura, Bruce, Ramon, and Julie. I could see you. I could see you all in the thing down there. Now, if I someday, and this, who knows? When we say someday in the world, we never know if someday is today or tomorrow or a decade from now. But someday I may get this thing that I'm looking at the comments on mounted behind this thing, so I can look at the comments right there. Imagine what that would be like if I was looking right there and reading your comments. Holy cow. It would look like I was almost looking at you while I was looking at them. But that day is not today. I thought it was going to be today, but oh my God, we got caught down a rabbit hole. I need to take my temperature. I don't know if you can read that. Yeah, 97.3. That's where I am most of the time when I'm taking my temperature now, just to make sure I'm symptom free. I could leave this hole and feel fairly confident that I'm not infected. I know I could be pre-symptomatic or asymptomatic, but I'm only interacting with Belinda and Fanula, so I don't think I have it. Anyway, I've just taken my temperature. I hope you've taken your temperature. Things will get better. Thank you, Dana. Yeah, things will get better. Holy cow. This whole unbelievable week, the president is trying to fight a war with Twitter, whereas usually he was fighting a war on Twitter. The guy is racist, murdered by the police. I'm a little bit lost. Normally I don't like to talk about the news, but friggin', what the hell? We stay home for a couple of months and look at this mess. And I don't know if it's safe for us to go back out. But anyway, I was a little bit, Minneapolis. Hi, Phil. Does effing Friday mean you're fighting with Belinda? No, I'm not fighting with Belinda. We had a little tense time because our daughter is moving from a private school to a public school, which is a major yippee-ki-yay mother effer for me financially, being an unemployed comedian doing shows from his spare room now. I'm super excited that she's going to public school, but it's also a better school for her. So, but that's been a whole process, man. You leave public school, you go to private school, and you think that that's complicated getting into private school. Then you try and come back to public school, and they're like, what the hell? You can't just come back in here. Everybody wants to come in. You got to prove that you live in the city again, over again. She's been in the school here for 9 years. Sorry, I'm getting a little complaining. So anyway, we get her back into the public school. Now she wants to take a summer school online geometry course. Holy cow, the rigmarole that you've got to get to notification codes and verification worksheets and credit transfers. And you got to apply to get admitted. So that's today. I thought we could just sign up for an online geometry course. Like, what happened to, I give you the money, you give me the drugs? That's the world I'm used to living in. I do the comedy show, you give me the money. You give me the money, I do the comedy show. That's how it works. Not online geometry. First, you got to enroll. You got to apply to get enrolled to the online school. That's first of all. That costs $60 just to apply. And of course, you're going to get in. Why would they not let you in? But you got to apply to enroll and fill out all these forms. And oh my God, everybody was raising their voices and not calming down. I'm so happy to be in here with you guys. I've got some treats. I've got some Annie cheddar. I've got children's snacks to eat during the show. I hope that you guys have some snacks or beverages. Okay. When Trump dumped the WHO, I was immediately concerned for Pete Townsend. Well, that's a good joke. It doesn't work so good if I say it WHO. I got to say who. Dump the who. Yeah, Pete Townsend. I don't think you have to worry about Pete Townsend. I feel like Roger Daltrey's the one who I worry about of those two. But I could be wrong. Anyway. Delicious. There's a news story that they found cannabis at an ancient Hebrew altar, so we know What would Jesus smoke? Kosher Kush. Good one, Ramon. Yeah, I heard that. They found the cannabis. But if they were smoking it, how did we find it? See what I'm saying? What? If you're going to smoke it, smoke it. Happy Friday, everybody. If you're going to smoke it, smoke it. If you're going to drink it, drink it. That's what I say. That's a recipe for a good time. Thanks, Don. Thanks for trying not to yell at me. I do need a juice box. I need a juice box. I've got some adult beverages somewhere around here, but I can't remember where those are. Maybe later. Your exciting Friday night plan is Laura filling your spices. Woo. Also need recipes to use with those new. You're filling your spice. So did you go the route of, it's such a girl thing. As a man, you buy the spice. They come in a little tiny container with a name of what's in there. You just put that in your cupboard. Now you got your spices. But are you mean to say that you bought a container that has a name of the thing in it? Like you bought a little bottle of coriander, now you're going to transfer that bottle of coriander into the container that matches all the other containers that say coriander. I think that's what you're saying you're going to do. Friday night at your house sounds great. Now, Friday night for me, I didn't bring enough cheddar cheese squares for everyone, but when I see you guys, just remind me, we got to get some cheese squares, cheddar cheese squares, or maybe we can do better snacks. Wherever we are, I'm sure there's going to be better snacks. And speaking of which, Friday was going to be the big night of work for me. Friday's a work night, you know. Now, I went to lean on the chair. Belinda's not there. She's usually leaning on me. So Friday night's usually a work night. That's what I'd be doing Friday. I would have already flown to another city on Wednesday or Thursday. Back in the day, I'd go up to San Francisco on a Tuesday. There'd be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night show, and then Friday, the big weekend, 2 shows Friday night. So I'm not doing 2 shows tonight. It's just this afternoon show, and then we're on our own. But man, yeah. So Friday was a big work night. Saturday was the showbiz night of the week. You know, that's the night that we all got into show business for. Saturday night. Oh my God, the best crowds, early show, date night, late show, fan show. Friday night, the first show would always be fun because people were coming kind of straight from work and they're just kind of relaxing and loosening up and having a great time. And then the Friday late show was always the roll the dice, Wild West rodeo could be show because people might be drunk. Maybe they tried to get into the first show, but it was sold out. So they had to go across the street and they've been drinking for 2 hours. Then they show up for the late show. Oh my God. I can't say I missed the Friday late show, but yeah, we don't know that. Do I know Townsend? No, I never met Pete Townsend, but I did. I have a photo of me with Roger Daltrey somewhere. I did one of these corporate gigs, and it was a kind of a sales informative event for HP. I think it was HP sales and customers or power users, and the night, so I emceed the whole show all day, and then the night they have events for them to go to, and it was the Goo Goo Dolls opening for Roger Daltrey in this, like a 8,000 seat arena, so probably small for those bands, and then underattended because it's free, and they decide, I don't need to see Roger, so I get to stand right in front of Roger Daltrey. I got to go to the meet and greet, get my picture taken with him, and stand right in front of him, watch him do a whole show. And this would probably be 8 years ago or so. And he brings it. I say that I'm worried about him, but he brings it. That guy brings it. And the way Roger Daltrey operates is the show begins, and he's got one more button unbuttoned than you think you would unbutton if you were going out for the night. He's got that extra button. Nowadays we kind of unbutton the top button. He's got that second button unbuttoned, and it almost feels like the second button the third button is lower than you think it's going to be. And so that's how he starts. And then as the show progresses, and he performs for, I don't know what it was, an hour and 15 minutes or whatever. He puts on an awesome show. But as the show progresses, more and more buttons get unbuttoned until finally there is a 70-year-old man on stage bringing it with his shirt off. And he looks pretty good, Roger Daltrey with his shirt off. Of course, I'm an older gentleman also, so when I say he looks pretty good, I mean maybe the 23-year-old lady might throw up if she saw that, but I thought I'm my philosophy on taking your shirt off or wearing low cut bathing suits or thongs to the beach is like, hey, that if you're cool with it, that's their problem if they don't like it. So that's where I'm at. You do what you do at the beach and let everybody else deal with it. You deal with it. But Roger Daltrey, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good with his shirt off. Let's see. Brioni, saw you live in Manchester by the Sea in Massachusetts. Yeah, that was a great night. That was a great night. Yeah, what was your favorite joke? Watching porn. How many naked women do you have to see? And all of them. I'd like to see all the women naked. That's just kind of how it is being a guy. Rich says he may as well unzip his pants. Well, I don't think I'd like to see that. Yeah. So when am I getting a Netflix special? I had a Netflix special. My special, I Love You, which I don't know why I don't have a DVD to hold up, but you can. I just restocked the DVDs on my website, shakethis.com. So that special was on Showtime and then on Netflix, and then they pulled it when they went into the new era of Netflix specials, where they pay you a low rate unless you're Dave Chappelle or Joe Rogan or somebody like that get paid pretty well. But I don't know. I would do another Netflix special, but I don't know when that's going to happen. Oh, Belinda's here.
Hello.
Come on in.
Should I bring Olive in too?
Yeah, bring Olive in. We've got a dog house guest at our house, and so
what do you think of this
who knew?
place?
I mean, you didn't know. Who would have thought when you showed up today there was going to be me and Belinda and a dog?
She's super cute, but she's quite shy. This is Olive. She's a Jack Russell Chihuahua mix. She was supposed to get to be, I think her owners thought they wanted a dog that was going to be 3 times the size. She's just little.
She is a nice dog.
She's very
shy.
Yeah.
Sometimes she acts like she wants you to pet her, and then when you go to pet her, she's like, "Oh, I don't know about that."
But she's super cute.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I felt like the show. I'd been doing okay on my own with the show. Then you bring the dog in, and it's like, game over.
Oh, do you think she
No, it's
upstaged
okay.
both of us? She might have. She's so cute.
Uma says, Keys and I had our picture taken with me, in Austin. That one time we got off a flight from Minneapolis and came straight to your show and dropped our suitcases off in the coat check. Wow, that's cool.
That's cool.
I want to say that I can vaguely remember that, but I don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm going to go monk.
Wow, Dana saw Roger Daltrey when he was just 50 years old. I think he was 70.
Oh.
He was 70 when I saw him.
Spring chicken.
Do I know Brian Regan? Yes, I do know Brian Regan. He is an awesome comedian, as you say. Awesome. And Keys, I'm going to keep my shirt on the whole show.
You are?
Yeah, well, I was just talking about my beach philosophy, which is, it's somebody else's problem if you don't like their body. Just wear whatever you got.
Oh my God.
Because I was talking about Roger Daltrey taking his shirt off. His show, progressively, the buttons go down and down until at the end, he's got his shirt off. He's 70 years old. He's got his shirt off.
And?
Who are you? I'm a guy looking at you with your shirt off, bro.
Yeah. And how does he look with his shirt off?
He looks pretty good.
I want to know.
He looks pretty good.
Jake has got this yellow banana rash guard that he likes to wear to the beach with that pink cowboy hat over there. Put the pink cowboy hat on so you can show them the.
Yeah, this
and then
is
you've
one
got
of my beach.
And then imagine him in a super tight yellow rash guard.
That's like
then with a lot of white sunblock on. Man, is he the hottest guy on the beach. It's unbelievable.
Look, I'm fishing with some pretty exotic baits, but look what I caught.
Me and Olive.
Yeah, with a dog.
Poor
I got
Olive.
the dog free.
She's
Hey,
probably like, oh, what are you doing? You just like to be with the
Uma
gang.
said I asked an Uber driver in Austin who his favorite celebrity ride was, and he said it was Iggy Pop, who came out of his hotel with no shoes and no shirt.
Well, Iggy Pop's whole career's been built on him with no shirt and, sort of sliding across the stage, sometimes, on his chest, on glass, sometimes not on glass.
It sort of feels
But
like...
I love that guy.
He sort of feels like, when you look at all the pictures of him, look like he wants you to fight him. and he would be really happy if that's what happened. But don't fight him. Don't fight Iggy Pop.
Yeah. I don't know
Hey,
if he's a father.
Scott, I did get the picture, the headshot that I gave Eric in 1988. Thank you for sending that to me. I miss Eric, as I know you do. I'd love to see a picture. If you got one of those death rays that he made, Eric Weston is this great artist, and he took old parts from, I don't know where he got that stuff, but electronics and machines, and he made these sci-fi looking death ray sculptures that were unbelievable. Anyway, thank you for that picture, Scott.
So Michael, the Chihuahua seems to really calm Olive down.
The Chihuahua?
He says Jack Russells are nuts. Yeah, Jack Russells are really nuts. The craziest one I ever heard about a Jack Russell was this couple who lived down the road from Colleen and John. And Colleen and John had one of these. They had a Jack Russell mixed with a Chihuahua, older rescue.
I'm not sure the dog is still in the photo.
Super
here.
chill dog. Oh yeah, I'm just petting it a lot. So
Yeah.
And when the neighbors got, or maybe they didn't get a Jack Russell. Anyway, they got some, really effing expensive dog. This would have been, 15, 20 years ago. I think their puppy cost them $1,500. And they knew nothing about dogs. And they'd seen Colleen walking her, old Jack Russell Chihuahua, what was his name? He was so cute. Max. Without a leash. And so they just took their puppy out the first day without a leash, their $1,500 puppy, straight into the street. And you know the end of that story. Not the happiest story for a Friday afternoon, but it just popped into my head, and you know me, I just blurted it out.
You got to tell it. You
Yeah,
got to
when
tell
it's
it.
in there, I've got to get it
tell
out.
it. Let it out.
Yep,
Pressure
yep.
builds up. You get those stories in there,
Oh, yeah.
and you don't tell them, the
Well,
pressure builds
yeah,
up.
I've got some really good stories. I mean,
Yeah, of
that's,
course you do.
I mean,
of
I
course
do.
you
Come
do.
on.
Nobody doubts that.
Yeah, but that one was just.
Would you like to talk for a second about how the bunny and the dog get along?
Well, the bunny would totally win. So Gypsy, I have to bring her out and introduce her. Maybe I'll go get her in a minute. So Gypsy would totally
No
win.
es necesito.
They want to see Gypsy's the most beautiful bunny. Oh my god, she's one of those white bunnies with black ears and black eye makeup on. So she looks like she's got full maquillage at all times. She's got black eyeliner and she's got a little black heart on her butt. So Olive would totally lose in the fight, and Olive is sort of quite nervous, like, is there something in that crate? Is there something there? And Gypsy today just walked right out the front door, like, I don't care that you've got a dog here, and dogs
I think the
are
dog
dumb.
could handle the bunny, or the bunny could handle the dog pretty easily.
She would freak this poor little thing out. Yeah.
Jen says she had a Jack Wawa. Jack Wawa.
Oh, Jack Wawa.
Look at the way it's
Yes.
spelled too.
Yeah.
And it didn't look anything like this, and it was mean AF.
Oh, so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's a tough dog experience. Well, you roll the dice with your dogs. Chihuahuas oftentimes have that short bodybuilder kind of guy thing of like they just want they want you to test them.
Chihuahuas are quite sweet. She really reminds me of Frankie in a lot of ways, because Frankie was a bit, I think like Olive.
Frankie was your beloved dog.
Yeah, she was my dog. When we met, I had Frankie, and Jake was so into me that he suddenly was not allergic to dogs.
No,
And
I was allergic, but you just
fought
worked it out.
through it because you were
I just had to
really
wash wash my hands all the time.
Yeah, it was like the Varinus times. He just had to wash his hands all the time. And
Oh,
he says
God.
that about when Olive's around. I'm like, well, it's good right now for you to be washing your hands continuously.
Well, she comes over and she wants to play. Then I gotta wash my hands. Then she comes over and she wants to play again. Then I gotta wash my. It's a lot of washing my hands. But could be that could be she's saving my life.
Could be. She could absolutely be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Friday nights. People are talking about their big plans.
Oh, right.
I
I,
can't
bet
remember.
there's a tot casserole happening somewhere in the world.
Somebody's going to be putting their spices into the little containers. That's their Friday night.
Really?
What do we have planned for Friday night?
Well, I'm going to leave the campus. And,
You are?
yeah.
Where are you heading?
Well, we were going to surf, but it's crappy surf and it's windy, so we're
So
not
now what
going
are
to
you
surf.
doing?
I'm going to meet a friend of mine. I thought we could have one of those car drive-bys, so we could each bring our tea, and then
get facing each other. Cop style.
Yeah, do a cop style. Yeah. Well, cop, undercover. Yeah, two undercover lady cops.
Yeah,
I mean,
gangster, Sopranos,
yeah, totally.
whatever.
It's going to be. I mean, in a Subaru though, I don't have much cred. She's probably got some black Audi that she's driving.
They don't see it coming in the Subaru.
No, it looks like a total, mum car, the blue Subaru.
Yeah, you're gonna
or
be
Subaru, as we like to call them in New Zealand.
You gonna be riding dirty? I think that means you've got a gun, but I'm not sure.
Oh.
I heard it in a song.
Yeah,
one
I
time.
don't have a gun. I could
Yeah.
take a toy gun. What about
Yeah.
if I take your thermometer?
I wouldn't take a toy gun. Oh, look at this.
No, you can get yourself into a
look
lot
at this.
of problems.
This is Jen's dog. That might even be a video. I'm scared to touch it because I don't know what will
Media.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Media.
Medea.
Reporter was interviewing a guy whose buddy sneaked across the field. If you would streak, his response was, I'm a grower, not a shower. Yeah, well, you hadn't heard that before, Keys? Grower, not a shower? Yeah, I think that's me. I'm a grower, not a shower. It's like,
I'm not going to talk about your penis.
yeah, I think that's a
Streaking
thank
was
you.
very.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
I don't want to make the other ladies jealous. The streaking was very. I don't think anyone who's streaking, when you're running and you've got your clothes off and it's cold, maybe unless you're Michael Fassbender, but maybe
Yeah.
he had a prosthetic on
I think
for that movie.
I think streaking's kind of, well, maybe it's going to come back in. Jen says she's doing pot roast and knitting tonight because apparently she's 80, but I don't think that's an 80-year-old. Jen, this is the thing. No one sees it coming. When you're knitting and you got a pot roast in the oven and people show up to try and F with you or
my
give you a hard
God.
time, you just pull your
Dog hair oil,
hog
babe.
right out of your knitting bag and your gun, not your
Oh,
not your penis.
we don't. We're not into guns.
She lives in Texas. I'm sure she's got a gun.
Oh, don't
She's
tell us
probably
if you
got
do, Jen.
She's
Don't
probably
tell
got
us
a
if you do.
pink gun.
Oh, remember that? So Jake got this really hilarious handbag at Buffalo Exchange, bright hot pink, and it had like a relief, like
It had
a
a
gun.
bas relief impression, like there was a gun inside, and it had been there so long and pushed up against it that you could see the shape of the gun in the purse.
We gave it to a friend of ours in New Zealand who thought it was really
Because
fantastic.
they're not gun people.
No,
Gangsters, do they meet trunk to trunk? Well, they don't usually meet trunk to trunk. Well, I suppose that's if you're transferring somebody from one trunk to another trunk. But I'm more talking about if somebody's going in the trunk, you try not to tip that off to them. 'Cause
I'm
it
not taking a dead body
makes
to
them hard to
my
handle.
meetup today.
Oh, look,
I'm
the
not doing
giant kookaburra. I saw the giant kookaburra.
Yes. Did the
I
guy
saw
drive that around his neighborhood to cheer everybody up? Yes.
Yes,
Cheer us up.
Yeah, that's the one. I saw that kookaburra, Uma. I
Yeah.
mean, oh my God, there's so many people watching the show who could be involved in producing the show. Yeah, I saw that giant kookaburra. And the guy just made it. He got a hair up his butt, and he made a giant kookaburra because he's quarantined. Everybody's responding to quarantine differently. I'm wearing all my hats and complaining a lot, and enrolling my daughter in online
Jen
geometry.
does not have a gun. But only of one of your friends, the only one of your friends. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, enrolling our kid in online summer school is not over, I hate to tell you, because now there's a whole Santa Monica nonsense that's going on.
What?
Santa Monica College. It's getting crazy in there, Jerry.
At Santa Monica College?
Yeah, she's going to be doing some history at Santa Monica College.
Who is?
Our daughter.
How do you know that?
Because I'm organizing it.
During the first part of the show, when I was in here doing the show, you were in there signing her up for college history classes.
I'm a what do you call that? A guidance counselor, high school guidance counselor for one, just for my kid. I mean, I'd guide some other kids to give them some guidance if they wanted it.
Ramon's weighing in with the Marine perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Only Navy ships have guns. Civilians have firearms.
Right.
My arms are on fire. What's the thing? Ryan Effington does that, right? He does the blowing arm guy at the car dealership.
Yeah, he does the car dealership. That's one of my favorite dance moves when he
Yeah.
does that. That one is really funny because you can get quite creative because that guy bends over at the waist. But the traffic signal one is good. And then what are the other new ones that he's put in there? He's just so silly. It's really fun. I'd highly recommend it.
Rich is suggesting we call Lori Laughlin to help her get in.
Yeah. We're not at college yet, but when
this
it
is-
gets up to college and we need some help, we'll be, getting Laurie and
This is a great-
Felicity Huffman. What was her name? Huffman? Felicity,
Yes,
the
I
one
think
who's
it's
married
Felicity
to
Huffman, yeah.
to Hugh.
I have to say, in a live comedy setting, a little less is more with interaction with the crowd. But this is sort of my preferred way to get to sort of input and echoing from the crowd, where I get to say it and take credit for it. But it's written right there if you want to read it. Yeah, Rich, that made me laugh. Infantry has rifles. Yep. Dana, old Navy ship has civilians.
Hey, Jen,
Old Navy has ships.
what are you knitting?
Ships?
What are you knitting, Jen, while you listen to Metallica? That would be something pretty wild. If I was
helmet.
knitting,
She's knitting a helmet, a punishment helmet.
Yeah, we've shown you Jake's nice helmet. This is crocheted though. This is made by our lovely
Are you
friend
going to put that on again?
Kaya. Well, you wore it.
Oh my God! It's
Well,
hat
maybe
day.
I will. It's
all
good.
right. Once you got it on.
Yep.
You gotta
Well, I
keep
love
it
this
on.
thing. It's great. Should it is forward good or yeah, that's kind of good because or a jaunty angle. No, it definitely has to be on straight. Maybe like that. No, I'm in business. What do you think, Olive? Do you like my hat? She's not even
looks
going to
good.
look. She's like, no, I'm just sitting on your knee.
Jen's knitting socks.
All as well. Socks? I'm
LOL.
impressed. Yeah, no, that's pretty wild. Socks. Are you doing it with the 3 or the 4 needles?
4 needles.
3. Well, no, you have it on 3, and then you knit with the other one. Because you have to go up like that, like a sock. It's a tube. It's a tube, man.
Oh, you don't just knit a rectangle and then...
Yeah, no, then you'd have
Spiral
horrible
it
rigid.
together.
Then you'd have a horrible seam in your sock, and it would be super uncomfortable.
But those
You'd get
nylon
blisters.
stockings that ladies wear have a seam right up the
That's
back.
for sex appeal.
Yeah, well, why can't socks have sex appeal?
Yeah, no, because with knitting, you'd have to be knitting something really fine, like silk, like stockings are. I think I've got an olive hair on my tongue. Could you take it off?
I can't see it.
You can't see it.
I'll have to do a
just
kind
a
of
sweep.
a big
Ugh.
graping.
No,
yeah.
sorry, I'll do my own.
I don't want to tell you what I've been picking up in
Yeah,
the yard.
well, exactly. Well, no, or the floor in here. Yeah, the yard's got some exciting stuff going on in it, hasn't it, Olive, now that you're here? Okay, so we've had Olive since 11 a.m. yesterday morning. I've not seen her take one pee. I mean, when do you pee, Olive?
Jen says she's knitting something for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah.
Wow. 5 needles.
Don wants to know, I
You
guess,
have
the
to have
top
it on
fan thingy.
4 and knit with the 5th. Oh. Body stocking. So Jen, I'm going to...
Is that what you think she's knitting? A
No,
body
I
stocking?
don't think she's knitting me a body stocking, but if you were knitting a body stocking, you'd have
A
it
wool
on 5
body
needles.
stocking would
Yeah.
be
Oh,
sort of
yeah.
comfy, but sexy for the wearer, but the other person would be like, oh.
Oh no, I'd love
You-
that. That would
you-
be super sexy and some nice big, like a 1920s bathing suit with
You
thick
look like
straps.
a blanket worm.
I'm going to bring out, Jen, I'm going to show you, I knitted these, the little, like kind of those guys from there to there. I've got 2 pairs of those
Fingerless
that I
gloves.
knitted. Yeah, fingerless gloves.
Oh, are they gloves or do they have just one hole?
They just have one hole for the thumb and then
the
yeah.
big hole for the fingers.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
the big
good
hole is
story.
for the fingers. And it was, yeah, really, yeah, we've really got some top-notch stories going on today. I think it's, if you're a knitter, this is really prime time. But if you're not a knitter, you're like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Uma says their
Silly.
foster dog has had 4 poops today. No.
We've seen Olive have one.
We've seen her have
And
one.
no peas. I'm like, when does this dog pee?
She's coming out of the house and peeing in the yard somewhere.
I take her on a walk and nothing. I mean, nothing. We walked all the way to the post office and back today. Jake wanted to see what was in the post office box and mail some
I was
stuff.
mailing some DVDs of the DVD I Love You, formerly on Netflix, to the guy who mails them out to other people. This is how dumb I am. The guy who fulfills my online orders lives on the other side of the country. He's the guy who actually helped me get that booking in Manchester by the Sea.
I'm supposed to be doing the online
Kimball.
business, but we, we'll get that happening. During Varinus, maybe.
All right.
Looking around at some of your books.
Well, it's not time for I've got some books here.
Oh,
we're
is it
running
time-
down to the end of the show.
Toll
I'm sorry.
Story?
I don't know if this is a disappointing show or well, they're all disappointing on some level, aren't they?
Oh, come on. Don't sell yourself short.
Well,
some of them are spectacularly fun to do.
What would a Facebook Live be without just a little bit of viewer disappointment?
But what I have heard is that during the Varinus, people like this. They want to go to a Zoom and just watch people talking and hang out and interact. They don't,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
if we scripted it, we could, but you don't
I
want
was
us
going
to
to prep,
script
but
a
I
show.
had to fill out an online geometry lesson. Listen, Monday's show is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Once she's all enrolled and
oh.
we've got that kid busy doing some online classes.
Just when you just said that, it reminded me of how much I used to love that song, the Cheers, the TV show Cheers, the theme song. You want to go where everybody knows your name. It just every time the beginning of that show, the theme song for Cheers made me so happy, and just. I got a friend who's a comedian, Jeff Tate, who came with me on a tour of the South, and he used to love that show too. He loved that show, and he loved Tom Petty. And he plays movie trivia with Doug Benson, if you know who that is on Periscope. You should check Jeff out. But Jeff loved Cheers, man. And I gotta say, I think I'm gonna listen to the theme song from Cheers after this. Or when you go for your little coffee.
Yeah, I've got to have
That's
some
a tip.
talking with
Let's
you
listen
before.
to the theme
but
song for
hey,
Cheers.
no, but I want to just tell you something. So the counsellor today for Fanula's 10th grade said that she thinks that fall is going to be all virtual because the teachers are scared. I mean, this is just what she's, this is not official yet, anybody, so don't get your knickers in a twist. But that teachers are sort of afraid to be around a lot of students, and so it could be a whole virtual fall semester. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if that happens.
We have to get back out into the world at some point.
Someone's asking about the size of this. This is one of those Yeti cups. I think it's a 20-ouncer.
He's a hydration freak. I mean, you've seen the big green bottle that he carries around. Oh my God, he looks like a madman with that. I put him in my videos for hydration specialists of the year. Okay, over to you. Shutting up and now go.
I'm on about two of those a day. So that's a gallon of water plus one of these a day.
Yeah, it's a little freaky what happens out. What
I'm at
Jake
home.
does.
So I was on a movie one time, and you working on a movie with Bruce Willis. It was a movie of Kurt Vonnegut's
Breakfast of Champions.
Yeah, starring Bruce Willis, and there's Teamsters on the set. I mean, they're awesome guys, but their contract with the film company required a certain amount of Teamsters on the set at all times, and they move stuff around, they do jobs, but they've got a great negotiator, so there's always more Teamsters than they need on a job. So there's guys who are just waiting for something to do, and they get a little bored. I mean, they sort of wrote their own contract, and now they're bored. So these Teamsters would have a contest. They'd all have to drink the same amount of water and then bet on who would have to pee first. But because
it's some quality, you could do that during Varinus.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. As I'm home all the time, I don't have a lot to do, so I'm just betting with myself for fun how long it's going to be before I have to pee again. Would you like a tall tale or a wisecrack, a book of questions, seize the day, or I also have the Snark Handbook.
Oh, let's have the Snark Handbook. That sounds right up my bully.
I think we're going to have a seize the day too.
Yeah, we'll have a seize the day and we'll have a snark. Hit me with the snark.
This is the Snark Handbook. This is a quote by Alan Corink. It doesn't give their biography, so I'm not sure who he is, but I'm sure this is his quote. Television is more interesting than people. If it were not, we would have people standing in the corner of our rooms. See, I didn't read that very well.
No,
but
you didn't.
Television is more interesting than people, because if people were more interesting, we'd have people standing in the corner of our rooms, not TVs.
People would like to have you, but that would be a lot of pressure if they wanted you to, do one show and then another show.
Put this in the corner of your room. These are all television quotes.
Do Fred Allen's. Oh, we'll do David Frost. I like him.
We'll do David Frost, then Fred Allen.
Okay.
David Frost. Television enables you to entertain in your home. Reading.
Let me read.
No.
You're a useless reader this afternoon for some reason, darling.
Well,
I don't know what it is.
The lighting in here is not primo.
You need those. When did you last have your eyes looked at?
Let me just read the Snark Handbook, okay? Snarky.
No, I'm in the.
Yeah, you're in the spirit.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
It. Television enables you to be entertained in your home by people you wouldn't have in your home.
Yeah, that's an Englishman's snarkiness for you.
I like to believe that all of our viewers would be delighted to have us in their home. Fred Allen, and then we'll get on with a question. Imitation is the sincerest form of television. Fred Allen's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought that one was good. That's why I said read out the Fred Allen.
Yeah. I think he wrote an autobiography called Treadmill to Oblivion. Fred Allen's awesome. I was almost in a play by my friend Arnold Pizer, who used to write for Fred Allen. Now rest in peace. Wrote a play about Fred Allen, and he wanted me to play him. There's a little story. There's a little name droppy, kind of humble brag about a thing that never happened.
I think you were doing a Seize the Day. You've got the wrong book.
Yeah, I'm going to do a Seize the Day, and then we're out of here.
Yeah.
So it's been so great. Friday, a little long, but I'm so glad you could make it. And I'm so glad you're ready for your Friday night crusade.
Yes, I am. I'm going to go kill me some... I'd actually think I'd prefer to kill some Christians than some Muslims. No, we're kidding. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't believe in that. I think it's wrong. I'm down on killing. I think live and let live. I think just...
Oh God, there's two in here. There's two in here that I've picked out. I'm going to do one or the other one.
B. A.
All right, I'll do Richard Pryor.
Okay, Oliver's truly a lapdog. I thought I'd get her on here and she'd just jump right off. But
Somebody's
she's
asking for the
loving
tax prep thing I did on Letterman. I don't know where that is. I thought it was online somewhere, but it may not be. If not, I'm in the process of loading bits into the computer. Are you leaving? Are you
it.
gonna?
I'm coming right back. I'm just letting Olive out the door.
Okay.
And I'm
I just like you to be here for the Richard Pryor thing.
Yeah, I'm coming back. Okay.
All right. This is a quote from Richard Pryor, and this is our thought for the weekend. If I thought about it, I could be bitter, but I don't feel like being bitter. Being bitter makes you immobile, and there's still too much that I want to do. I think
Wonder when he wrote that.
I think that was before he blew his face up with smoking whatever.
Crack.
Yeah,
in a
Richard
hotel.
Pryor. I don't mean to be mean about Richard Pryor. He's an idol of mine, and
I met him after
All
he had his
comedians.
accident.
yes, I did too. I did
It
too.
was sad. Okay, I'm taking off the hat. Jen, happy knitting. I love knitting too. I used to knit quite complicated things. I think I've said that on the show before, but now I just knit super easy,
Yeah.
hand mitts and
Brad, I just wanted still looking for the bit about the guy who lost his arms in the thresher. Yeah, I haven't put that bit online, but I'll tell you a story about that bit. When I did that on Letterman, I come over. Dave was always very complimentary. He said, "Great job," and he said, "Do you know that guy?" And I said, "No," and he said, "You should get in touch with him." It was a little bit like, oh, did I do something wrong? But he was supportive, and it was a bit about how tough that guy was. Anyway, thank
signing
you all.
off. Adios.
Thank you all. Take
Great
care
to
of each
see you.
other.
Yep. Be kind.
If you're doing a Friday Late Show, just remember to release all your expectations of how fabulous it's going to be, and kind of just try and ride the wave. Let's all try and ride the wave.
Come on, I think it was good.
No, before you got here, I was talking about Friday late shows in comedy clubs.
Oh, right.
You know.
Those. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
ride
Yeah,
the
those
wave.
late shows. Yeah.
You're out of here.
Yeah, I'm right,
Belinda
yeah.
can't be bothered to even stay for the end. We went for extra credit today. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday at 3 p.m. Tell your friends, like it, share it, help us to help more people, to help me to have someone who wants to come and see the Friday Late Show whenever I get to go and do a Friday Late Show. And I have to tell you, even though it's dangerous, I would like that to be sooner than later. I think we're all ready to get out of the house, but not risk our lives. No, I don't mean that in a sort of terrible... Anyway,